was another hard-fought battle, and it came down to the last possession, and that's something you expect often from Leiden Donar going back through the years. But today was another thrilling game, and I'm just happy we got out of here with a win.
I think you said hard fought. It seemed like towards halftime, something got into your team. They started battling. It was a battle ever since. What did you do to get them, to inspire them at that moment?
Yeah, we were down 18 with, I think, 2:28 in the second quarter. And took a timeout and I said, listen, here's the adversity's here. We talk a lot about playing through adversity. And I was like, we have to make a run. We have to close this quarter to get this to a manageable lead going into halftime. And then we give ourselves a chance to keep fighting in the second half. And I got to give a lot of credit to my guys. They have really had some ups and downs this year, a lot of negativity from outside, but they really have come together. They believe in themselves, and we're starting not to pay attention to the results. We're starting to understand the process, and that's the most important thing, because you never know what could happen in a game. You could have missed shots, turnovers, maybe a bad call here or there, whatever. You just have to have the mindset to continue to keep fighting.
Coach, of course, we also met in The Hague when you beat Leiden, almost won the cup, losing in overtime. You have amazing games, really big-time games like today that you eke out and that you win, and then you had some really tough games. That's just an up-and-down process. Is there anything you can pinpoint there with the variety in the level of play? Yeah,
for us, consistency has been sort of from boogeyman all year, and we're just paying attention more to the mental side of it, and really not paying attention to the results, missed shots or negative things. Sometimes that we get negative ourselves, and myself included. So that's something that we've talked about, encouraging each other, staying together, and make or miss adversity or success. We want to stay even keeled emotionally, but also keep that fighting mentality. And, it's been a process, and hopefully we can, take off at the right time.
By the way, for some kind of reason, I was talking to you in English. Well, your Dutch is just fine. Sorry about that, but I guess you don't mind. Final thing, Coach, what is it that you take away from today towards, the race into the playoffs and hopefully to get as high a seed as you can?
Yeah, we're just looking at it one game at a time. I mean, you're seeing in our competition right now, there's just been some crazy results, and you have to be ready to play every night. We have some talented teams. Teams are playing hard. They're fighting for their lives. So we just have to regroup and just approach every game, one game at a time. That's the next game. That's the only game that matters.
Ja, een goede wedstrijd. Echt veel ups en downs. Wel een teamwin, denk ik. We hebben echt heel slecht begonnen. Leiden raakt alles. Echt alles in de midrange. En dat, we leven met die schoten. En we weten, ze kan niet zo schieten de hele wedstrijd. Het moet wel een beetje terug naar normaal. Maar ik vind het wel speciaal met onze team dat we geven nooit op. We hebben wel veel ongelukkige momenten. Maar nog steeds knokken we. En naar de volgende play. En dan
Hij vindt het heel goed. Je Nederlands is goed. En die zegt, ik wil ook graag mijn Nederlands oefenen. Dus dank je wel daarvoor. Kun je iets vertellen over jouw rol in het team? Je komt er terug van een zware blessure ook. Hè? Nog steeds aan het bouwen. Maar wat vraagt de coach van jou momenteel?
Blijf stay solid. Echt heel hard verdedigen. Rebounden. En met de communicatie even de leiderschap in de ploeg te zetten. En dat vind ik ook leuk om te doen. Ik wil de energie brengen. En ik kom ook af de bank. En dat, voor mij is dat gewoon normaal. Je moet inkomen, echt alles geven en dan zien wat te zien.
Je speelt best wel veel op de 2, hè, als ik het goed zag. Hoe kun je daar je lengte goed gebruiken? Want je bent echt een grote guard. Kun je eens vertellen over hoe dat jou helpt in de verdediging?
Sommige spelers zijn sneller dan mij, maar ik heb een beetje meer lengte en ik I like to think, ik heb snelle handen. Ja, dan kan ik een beetje meer ruimte geven en nog steeds de schot kan testen. En ja, dan ook kan ik switchen met de 4. Nou, is ook niet zoveel verschil. Ja, ik denk gewoon, ik kan wel goed teamverdediger zijn. Als we in trouble zijn, dan kan ik gewoon switchen en dan is alles oké.
En vraag je nog, wat zijn dingen in je eigen spel waar je beter in wil worden?
Mijn schot, ja, natuurlijk, dat kan altijd beter, meer agressief zijn. Ja, maar alles komt met tijd. Wat je hebt net gezegd. Ik kom ook terug naar een zware blessure en ik moet ook mezelf een beetje tijd geven. Niet zoveel in een rush zijn om terug naar my level te komen.
En je vraagt nog, je had een hele mooie end-one situatie op een heel belangrijk moment. Weet je nog precies wat er gebeurde waardoor je die score kon maken?
Ja, ze zetten heel veel druk aan mij en dan loopt de play niet lekker. De timing is off en ik zag een kans om gewoon naast de defender, de verdediger te gaan. Dan kan ik gewoon sterk finishen. Ik heb die lengte, ik moet gewoon scoren. Dus, ja.
Tough game. I think we did a lot of things well, but that third quarter kind of like slipped away from us, and then fourth quarter, we just made a lot of mistakes throughout the game that cost us down the line. So
you had a lot of games in a short time. Any excuse in that? Maybe some fatigue. There were some guys getting banged up today.
No excuses. It's part of the game, injuries or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's basketball. It's something that we love to do. So,
if you don't mind, let's go back to the first 18 minutes of the game where you were building the lead. And what was clicking there? Because it looked really good.
I think our energy. I felt like we were playing with a lot of energy, offensively and defensively. And then I felt like coming out in that third quarter, we lacked the energy that we started the game with, or the first half with, and that kind of hurt us a little bit. So,
probably hard to explain why was the energy, a bit less than in the first half. And any thoughts?
Probably just on the offensive end, is missing shots and then having that affect our defense. So, but we just gotta learn from it and move on. So.
What makes Donar so tough to play for Leiden?
I would say they never give up. They play hard throughout the whole game from first quarter to fourth. And we have somebody like Dunmartin that's the offensive juggernaut who's, going the whole game. It's tough. So.
Yeah, he made 4 pointers in a short period and really hectic. Jordan, still, it was a close game. A really interesting game for the neutral fan. What are some of the positives that you can take away from today into the next couple of games?
That first half, just building the lead, I think we did a lot of good things. And just building off that, looking at the positives that we did and learn from the negatives and just move on. So,
first of all, congratulations to Jason and his team. They did what they needed to do to win. It's very frustrating because I think we made so many mistakes that we gave no other option than to win.
Could you mention a few of those mistakes?
Well, you're up 18, or how many times we just throw the ball to our opponent, or whether it's a quick outlet or where it's a penetration, just give it to the next, or whether it's a rebound and give it to it. I think we had 6 or 7 of them in the course of the game. You look at a one possession game, that's makes a big difference. Didn't help that Patrick went down, of course, but that's part of it. And then I got to be ready to come in and perform, and I didn't think our guys coming in were ready to perform.
Coach, it seemed that you had, not control, because we know what happened, but you really were growing into the game in the first quarter, second quarter. Is it like that something flipped at the end of the second quarter? Was this a gradual thing?
Nothing flipped. They just played zone, and we became passive again. And then with that, we make silly mistakes, and it's frustrating because you know it's coming, And if you're aggressive and attacking, you end up making them get out of it. But if you're not setting screens or making cuts or diving or at least trying to attack with the ball, or when you do get the ball around the basket, don't even look to shoot it. I don't know how many times, again, certain people had the ball around the basket and didn't even look to shoot it. We pass it out for a contested three instead of a fucking layup. Excuse my language. But that's very, very frustrating.
A little deja vu maybe from the cup game too?
No deja vu. Every game's different. And again, we were up 18 points and then we stopped playing. And then we come out at halftime, no intensity, no fire, mistakes, lack of execution, no communication. I just told the guys after the game, I said, if you want to have a chance to win a championship, you have to minimize mental mistakes and you have to have intensity for 40 minutes. So, did we do that? No. Did they do it? Yes. So that gave them the opportunity to come back in the game. It gave them the opportunity to take the lead. I'm happy that we came back and fought back. I'm happy that Dimitri came in a very difficult situation where he wouldn't have his best game either. Made 3 important free throws. But again, you know, if I think back to a couple games that we lost, or the one against Kortrijk, also offensive rebound. I know we didn't have a big team in, but hey, you got to find a way. And if you don't find a way in a close game, it costs you a seat or a win.
I was thinking of the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde comparison. Maybe it's a bit too dramatic, but you don't always know with this team which of the two you're going to get. Did you see some sense in that?
Well, it's been our biggest problem the whole season. You know, the last, I think we won 5 games in a row. And as you you start to see a little bit of consistency from guys. But then, you know, hey, if I want to be a go-to guy, I can't disappear. And I think we had some guys disappear in certain phases of the game. And then, of course, if you're not getting the production or the help which you need normally from the bench, and if you're only making mistakes or giving up easy baskets and at the same time turning the ball over, it makes it that much more difficult. You know, if you can struggle offensively as long as you play defense. You know, and we made an adjustment, and we tried to make it yesterday and show it again today for the game. And for whatever reason, certain guys didn't think they had to hold to it. And therefore opens up the corner shots that they got. Yeah, we can only show them and describe and tell them, but at the end of the day, the players have to do it, and that's a mental aspect. It's not a question if they can do it physically. It's a question of mentally. And that's the one part of the game that I think we've been struggling with the entire season. And when our mental concentration goes away, then our intensity goes away, and then the mistakes happen, and then all of a sudden you wake up again and you're 10 points down. And yeah, that's something we have to definitely improve on.
Can imagine, Coach. Maybe you already mentioned it, but are those exactly the takeaways into the next game and the learning points from today?
Well, it's the friggin' takeaways from every single game this year that we've lost. You know, it's if you're up 20, no one says, okay, it's not that big a deal. Or if you're up 10 with 2 minutes to go, you make one mistake, it's not that big a deal. But when you're fighting for your life and you make such mental mistakes, whether it's an open shot here, whether it's a turnover in the corner, or whether it's not getting a defensive rebound, okay, then, hey, everyone has to work on a little bit to get themselves maybe more mentally prepared for the game and not just physically. Again, we can only show them what to do at the end of the day, and that's what's so nice about basketball. The best games I've ever coached are the games I never have to do anything on the sideline because it's working. And right now, it's like guys are very tentative. Guys are, I think if you're afraid to make mistakes, you make mistakes. You know, and looked to me a little bit in the crunch time, but with all that said and done, we still had a wide open shot in the corner. But again, if you hand the ball over 6-7 times for no reason, then that shot shouldn't even have to been taken. We should have had the lead anyway, and we would have had a nice Easter Sunday.